Good morning, Year 3, and welcome to our reading lesson today. We're looking at a non-fiction text and answering retrieval questions. So our new book, Escape to Pompeii, is set in the Roman times. The Romans came directly after the Greeks, which we've just looked at school. So as you can see from this timeline, the Greek Empire finished in 146 BC, and that's when the Roman Empire started, and it went all the way through to AD. Remember, AD means Anno Domini, year of our Lord, because in the year 0 Jesus was born. So that means that Jesus was alive during the Roman times, and they were the ones who killed him. Okay, have a look at this map. This is to show you where the Greeks lived. So obviously we can see they lived in Greece, Crete, and we looked at all that in school, but we didn't actually get around to looking at the fact that they moved. Oh, they were in Spain and even parts of South France. And we did actually look at Italy, didn't we? Because that's where Sylla lived, near the Isle of Sicily. So this is where the Greeks lived, and this is where the Romans lived. Everything in red is where the Romans lived, including where it says Britannia, which is us. The Romans lived in Britain, and you're going to be doing lots more about the Romans when you go into year 4. Okay, our tricky words. My turn, your turn. Wheat. Wheat is a type of, it's a grain. It's grown in fields and they use it to make bread. And this is what it looks like when it's in the fields. Toga. This is a type of clothing, as you can see from the picture, that Romans used to wear. Tunic. Again, another type of clothing that Romans wore, as you can see from the picture, but it's a little bit shorter. Philosophy. So a philosopher was a person who thought in great detail about things, like Aristotle and Plato and those people that we've looked at before. So a particular system of thought based on investigation. Philosophy. Trading. That means swapping things, including swapping things for money. Trading. Roman baths. We're going to be learning more about that in the text, but it's basically where Romans went to chill out. It was like a swimming pool, except instead of being sort of on the cooler end, it was always quite hot, like a spa sort of thing. Only men got to go though, and boys. Porridge. Type of breakfast cereal made from wheat. Mackerel. Type of fish. Mullet, also a type of fish, as you can see here, pink one. Eel. These are types of fish, but they're quite long. I once had a child who said that they were like water snakes, so if that helps you to remember. Eel. Oyster. Oysters live on rocks. They attach themselves, as you can see on the picture on the left, and it's sort of a gooey inside, and people like eating them whole with some lemon. Oyster. Geese, a type of bird, a bit like a big duck. In the picture, these are Canada geese. 1 second. Sorry, I just got called for breakfast. Peacock. This is a type of bird with big green feathers. Chariot. This is a carriage, which you can see on the left, which is carried by horses. And the Roman people loved to watch these chariots race each other. Gladiator. This is a big, strong person with lots of armour, and they used to go into a big ring, and the Romans used to watch them fighting and be like, yeah, fight. They loved it. Gladiator. Shrine. This is what people put up in their houses, and they do it for a god. For example, a Greek person might have put a shrine to Zeus. They might have put a little picture of him, maybe some candles. They might have put a little symbol of him so we know that he's the god of lightning. So they might have drawn a little lighting. It's a little place that people put in their houses so that they can pray to the gods. Okay, here is our text for today. Roman daily life. Daily life in ancient Rome often began with a light breakfast. Bread and water or wine would be served at home, or a wheat pancake could have been purchased on the way to work or school. Sometimes meat, fish or fruit and other items may have been served, but not each day. Men and boys wore togas and then later tunics, which were slightly larger than a shirt typically worn today. Women and girls also wore tunics. However, these reached their ankles and tied near the waist. Home. While many girls stayed home with their mothers to take care of the home, some girls were allowed to attend school with the boys. Schools often consisted of only one room and might have resembled a small Roman shop-like bakery. School. Schoolmasters or teachers were often strict, especially those who followed the words of Aristotle, who once said, "Young people are not playing when they are learning." Education was taken very seriously in these schoolhouses. Students studied many of the same subjects learned in school today. In school, math was difficult, as 6 Roman letters I, V, X, L, C and M were used to create all numbers. Students also learned how to speak, how to write, how to tell the time, how to use and count money. They had other lessons designed to help them in everyday life. Weights and measures, history, philosophy and public speaking were also taught among other subjects. And there are Roman numerals. Household chores. While the kids were in school and the mothers and daughters tended to the household chores, the fathers spent a few hours working each day. Below are some of the typical jobs: farming, baking, building, selling and trading goods, making clothing. Some became doctors, lawyers, writers or teachers. Many others joined the military, which provided a decent salary for a man supporting a family. Unlike today, though, most men worked 6 hours or fewer each day, usually stopping around midday. Roman baths. After work and school ended each day, most men and boys headed to the baths, which required only a very small fee to enter. Here, people gathered not only to wash but also to sit and talk among friends. The bathhouses usually included gardens, gymnasiums, libraries and other forms of recreation. A typical cold bath resembled something like a swimming pool, while other rooms were available for hot baths. And this is the bathhouse in a city called Bath, which is near Bristol in England, not very far away. Dinner time. After spending some time at the baths, most would head home for their biggest meal of the day, eaten somewhere between our lunchtime and dinner time. This meal usually consisted of wheatmeal porridge. When hosting a dinner party or celebrating a special occasion, though, a Roman dinner could consist of as many as 6 or 7 courses. In addition to salads, eggs, garden vegetables and fresh breads, a variety of Mediterranean seafood would have been available, including mackerel, mullets, eels and oysters. Meat dishes consisted of lambs, pigs, chickens, geese, ducks and even peacocks, among others. For dessert, they ate fruit and honey-sweetened cakes. Entertainment. Romans valued their leisure time. Following dinner, adults and children were able to pursue other interests such as music, art, dancing, reading and sports. Many attended plays, while others enjoyed chariot races. There were many options for entertainment. Gladiator fights, for example, always drew large crowds. Many Romans spent their time in gardens and fields, assuring their families of fresh foods. Children helped and would often use this time to learn about both family and Roman history from their parents. And there's a picture of some Roman music. Religion. Religion was a big part of daily Roman life. Although some families did not visit temples often, many had small shrines in the home dedicated to specific gods and goddesses, just like the Greeks. Like the Greeks, early Romans believed the gods and goddesses lived on top of Mount Olympus. Families would pray to these gods to ask for protection and guidance. Nighttime. At night, Romans used lamps that burned olive oil. Most families could afford to burn just one lamp, which provided only a fraction of light from one of our electric bulbs. Most Romans went to bed early, leaving them able to rise easily in the morning to begin a new day. And here are today's questions on the text that we've just read. If you need me, as always, give me a little message on Teams and I will be happy to help. Enjoy the rest of your day. Bye.